Go Blazers. Can we go ahead and open up with that? The Trent Dilfer dynasty at UAB, even though he officially wasn't the coach,
Hey,
it begins with a win.
Did y'all see that picture where he was showing the cheerleader his Super Bowl ring?
Yeah, he's going to show her that Super Bowl ring, all right. Yeah.
Hey, sweetie, you wasn't even alive when I won this, but hey, look, I'm still swinging.
Okay.
Make no mistake, UAB girls are slutty. I've nailed more than a few in my day.
Okay, so before I forget, I got to go ahead and point out, third tier bowl week, me, Shannon, and Sean picking on games. Right now, Sean is 6-3. We still got a few games to go. We will not talk about them tonight, though. Me and Shannon together are 6-6. We're both 3-6. So Sean he's 3 games ahead of both of us.
Well, it should be more, but the Roadrunners couldn't get out of their own way. With 5 turnovers.
Yeah, I figured when I seen that, I figured I'm not even going to look at the other games. This is
I am 7-2.
Not in the segment from last week. You were asleep.
You were actually 0-0, so you are undefeated.
Yeah, look.
You're the Mike Price of this whole adventure here. No losses, no wins.
It's hard to say no to work when you going on double time and make $50 an
hour. $50 an hour is nothing to sneeze at in this economy.
What are you, a geologist or something?
No. I just get double time on Sundays. So
What do you do? What do you do for your straight job, Gabe? You probably told me this before.
I work at Hyundai and I'll fix some cars.
Okay. Which part of Hyundai are you allowed to talk about that sort of thing outside of work, or do you have to sign a waiver?
Yeah.
I mean, are you making the car doors? Are you making the windows? What are you doing over there?
I put the batteries in. I put the headlights in. Most of like electrical stuff.
Can I ask you a question?
Stuff like that. Yeah.
You ever dropped a battery on your foot?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
That's a very random question. I mean, I guess it relates, but there's a couple games from the last segment we need to talk about really quick, just for a moment.
Okay.
And I think y'all know which one I want to start with. What the fuck happened to Florida?
Hey, I'll tell you what happened to him. Exactly what Sean said was going to happen to him.
Yep. Get their ass whooped.
True story. That very true story. That's why Sean is way ahead of us in games right now, because he nailed that one.
They didn't have any players, just like Sean said, and I looked it up after we got off, and he was dead right.
God, I mean, it was all second and third team, if that.
But let's be honest, though, like we can't be that surprised with the they kind of got fucked on their bowl.
Yeah, and we're not talking about an Oregon State team that is, your typical average, just barely bowl
No, they're pretty good.
In bowl contention. Oh, they're damn good this year. They're ranked in the top 15. I mean, what the hell? But yeah, that was.
The losses are to Utah. Shit. I mean, but they only lost to like teams they should lose to.
They definitely didn't lose to Florida and their third string whole entire offense and defense. I feel bad for that, because I really like Napier and I'm really pulling for him, but boy, it just seems like more of the same down there, doesn't it? Because I mean, even then, you still have that many players out. I mean, Doug, correct me if I'm wrong. How many players are going to be out in the Alabama-Kansas State game?
The ones that went to the transfer portal, and that's it.
Yeah, I think all of the starters will be there, even the ones that are eligible for the draft.
I believe so, yes.
We're all going to be there. We're going to be fully loaded.
I'm sorry, but Bryce Young, hey, look, son, what you're doing is very moral, but if I got $30 million waiting on me, I'm not playing that damn game.
Well, you're an Auburn fan. I expect you to say that. It's cool.
Gabe, I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
Look, the Birmingham Bowl.
I don't.
The
I commend
Birmingham
them.
Bowl, you do not sit out in. You do not sit out for the Birmingham Bowl.
Yeah, but don't think for a second though. Because again, Bryce wasn't the clear Heisman favorite again this year. Had quite a bit of contention, but at the same time, I mean, this is one last, and I think we're going to see this with a few players that are headed to the draft, wherever they're going to be in the draft. And Bryce, I think, is playing for position in this game. I really do. It's going to be fresh on everybody's mind. His stellar performance against Kansas State. You know, I don't want to make any wild assumptions, but you know, Bryce has thrown consistently pretty good all year long. There's no reason to think that he won't be able to throw at least 300. I think we can all, you know, feel that's a safe number, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Kansas State isn't coming in with a world-beating defense, so you know, I think he should be able to throw in a consistent fashion.
I still think that Kansas State can beat Bama.
They can. Oh, absolutely, they can.
I just don't want to see him or Will Anderson get hurt. That's
Will Anderson. I'm not worried about that. Man's made of thicker stuff.
But Will Anderson has been so inconsistent. He's been Jekyll and Hyde this year, to say the least.
Right, which is why he's playing this ball game. He's trying to redeem himself before.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I mean,
he hasn't been that inconsistent where he didn't win a number of the Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Absolutely.
So,
but again, though, when
he's been taking on more double teams this year,
but he didn't. There wasn't no really other like high price, you know, defensive ends this year.
Well, but I mean, I think we can all, you know, easily agree that Will Anderson's probably one of the best athletes in college football today, and will be getting a top 5 draft spot, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Bryce, however, though, that's the quarterback spot in this draft is really that's a strange one, because you've got a lot of decent quarterbacks coming in, but like we've talked about all year long, no clear cut. Oh my God, this is the guy. You know.
Yeah, you know, if he falls in my Falcons, I will more than happily get me a Bryce Young T-shirt.
Who's your number one quarterback taken in the draft, Sean?
I still have Bryce Young is going to Houston as the number one. I don't think Stroud has done enough to surpass him. Same with Will Levis.
Yeah, Bryce Young, Will Levis, and C.J. Stroud in that order.
Yeah, those are your top 3. I don't see Bryce getting overtaken by either of them unless Stroud has just a crazy game against Georgia. Then maybe, but right now I think it's still Bryce Young is the first quarterback going off the board next spring.
And how realistic is it that Stroud will have a just a world beating game against Georgia?
It's not. Yeah, I'm probably 30%, 25%.
35 or less, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
this is a good Georgia defense. This is a damn good Georgia defense, and you better bring your A game if you're going to score on them.
Now, Levis could improve his stock by having a great game against Iowa, and Iowa's defense is the strong part of their team, so certainly
very much
opportunity for him to increase his draft portfolio.
The fighting Kurt Francis is going to save Kurt Francis' job. So he can go 8-4 again next year,
or 7-5, or 9-3.
Yeah, and when the Big Ten West can get absolutely rolled by Michigan next year.
Okay,
rinse and repeat.
So this is the Tier 2 bowl previews. I'm just going to say that there were games last week that were better than some of the games we're going to be doing this week. You could interchange some of these, but just for continuity, we're going to call this the Tier 2 bowl preview.
Right. So really, there
are definitely some third tier games sprinkled throughout here, though. Let's not oversell it.
Real quick though, to close up this past weekend's Fridays and Saturdays slate, basically every game though was exciting, other than the 2, the Oregon State Florida game and the Fresno State Washington State game. What they should have done is put Washington State against Florida and Oregon State against Fresno State, and we would have had probably a
much better matchup.
Much better matchups. All the games would have been
that Las Vegas Bowl does not need to be a Tier 3 game. It's Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say that
Vegas deserves something way better now.
Jay Fields was a very happy man.
Yes.
Fresno.
Yep. Fresno.
Yep.
They rocked them 29-6. I did not see that coming. I thought it'd be a lot closer than that.
I picked Washington State.
What did I?
And as Jay Fields pointed out, Fresno State started 1-4 for the season and ended up winning 9 games in a row to win 10 games.
That's strong.
Very impressive by Fresno State. Great season for the Bulldogs. The only inexplicable thing yesterday is in the New Mexico Bowl. I did not like SMU going for 2 there at the end instead of kicking the extra point and getting it into overtime and playing on. I thought that was a terrible decision.
There's no reason.
Of course it was. But, hindsight's always 20/20 in a situation like that. Had they had gotten it and the game continued, I mean, who knows?
You would have said something totally different. But in my opinion, to play it safe in the ball game, like just come on, like go for it, go for 2 stuff. Stuff like that. Like
I look at the win probability. You have a greater win probability chance to continue the game into overtime, kick the extra point. I get it's the New Mexico Bowl, but
analytics probably says like, oh yeah, just.
Yeah, I mean, unless the weather was
go to overtime with the momentum, but hey, look, let's go.
Unless the weather was terrible or your kicker is injured. I mean, this is not the NFL extra point. This is still the college extra point is almost 99%. So.
Well, and we are talking about again an opening bowl slot, so this is not like anything was really truly on the line.
Certainly.
I mean, for SMU, you can gamble a little bit more. Is what I'm saying. You're playing with house money, as
SMU,
Dr. Balls likes to say.
I think this is Lashley's first year there. A bowl win would have.
I think they want to get out of Albuquerque just as much as the citizens of the city.
Yeah, well, that might have.
Let's go ahead and finish this thing, guys. No need being here any longer.
They had the jet waiting and gassed up. I got you.
First game, December 23rd, Friday. This is the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. This is the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, which they're actually Louisiana Lafayette, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but in football, they are known as just simply Louisiana.
They won in court.
The Raging Cajuns, they did win in court, and they're playing the
Louisiana Mud Dogs.
Mm-hmm. They're playing the Houston Cougars.
Houston.
Yeah, I like Houston as well in this game. Houston's a 6.5 point favorite.
Louisiana just hadn't been the same without Billy Napier. Of course, then again, neither is Florida. Well, I don't know. I guess Florida has kind of been the same.
It'll be a partisan crowd of Raging Cajun fans there in Shreveport. Not too far of a drive, so they'll have that going for them. I haven't looked at the weather yet, but
it'd be a home game for Louisiana.
Yeah,
that'd be going for them, but Houston ain't too terribly far either. But Houston has like 10 fans.
Yeah,
and Houston is a slightly better ball team this year, and the line reflects that.
Yeah, doesn't really too much hard bet on this game.
Yeah, I'm digging on Houston in this one too. I just Louisiana still it was a nice run, and they can get back there. Yeah. It's just not this year.
All right, so just for my records, all 3 of you guys are taking Houston.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I'll tell you what, though. This next one's got me a little messed up.
All right, the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, same day. That's going to be a 6:30 p.m. kick.
Man.
That's Wake Forest versus Missouri.
Missouri has been such a schizophrenic team this year, to be quite frank.
But they lost that number 1 receiver, though.
Wake Forest has played some really good ball this year. However, they gave Liberty their only their first of 2 regular season losses. And that was a squeaker in the last minutes of the game, or last seconds of the game, I should say. So but Missouri has been such a weird team to peg this year. And just when you're ready
Yeah,
to count them out and consider among the worst of the SEC, they suddenly just come back and surprise you. I have no idea what to expect out of this game.
They lost to Auburn, and then they did beat South Carolina, and then they damn near beat Georgia. They've been a Jekyll and Hyde kind of football team, but they also lost that 5-star receiver to the transfer portal. I'm taking Wake.
Yeah,
they got a good quarterback too.
Because I think this is Sam Hartman's final hurrah for them. I think it's a game that's going to go down to the wire. The line reflects that.
Let me get something.
It's Wake Forest by 1, and Wake Forest has played well in tight ball games. So yeah, give me Sam Hartman one last time for the Demon Deacon.
I'm going to step away from you fellas on this one, and I'm actually going to pick Mizzou just simply due to the fact that they've been so schizophrenic, and I really think that Mizzou is kind of going to play with a little bit of chip on their shoulder because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to assume that Wake Forest is just going to walk in and take care of business, and that very well may be the case. They've got the personnel to do it, but Missouri has just been such a weird team, and again, when you think they're down, suddenly they just come out of nowhere. So I don't know. I'm gonna be weird and different on this one. May wind up taking my first L, but I'm gonna take Mizzou.
I could certainly see Missouri winning this game. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know, especially when you talk about these bowl games that are meaningless to us, college football fans that are looking towards the larger fan bases or not the larger fan bases, but the bigger teams headed toward the playoffs, and kind of overlooking some of these bowls. I mean, of course, we'll turn them on and watch them, but it's kind of in the background, and we've got other stuff going on. The computer's on, and the phone's in your hand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're all guilty of that throughout the season. Some of those games that really, at the end of the day, don't mean much else. It's just there's some football on TV. But I don't know. I've got a weird one, and I think this is going to be a close scoring game. I think it is going to come down to the wire, and I think Missouri may possibly walk away with it.
There's one matchup I do want to talk about real fast with this game, and it's Missouri's running game versus Wake Forest's defense. If Missouri can control the game, and they have been a great running team this year, not great, but good enough to where you notice it. And Wake Forest's defense has always been their weakness this year, and they're kind of like their worst nightmare, so to speak. And that's the matchup that I'm going to be interested in. If Missouri could control the game, they could definitely dictate what happens in this football game.
Yeah,
I still like Sam Martin.
That's the concern I have for Wake Forest in this game as well as can they handle the rushing attack of Mizzou? Because I don't think Missouri's quarterback is going to beat them.
Oh, hi, I'm Clemson Baines, and this is Smacking Off, the podcast.
It's like cocaine or something. I don't know. These motherfuckers just talk about college sports, specifically college football, and man, let me tell you, it's a hoot.
Watch what you love for less with Roku. Follow our affiliate link at smackology.42web.io for the best deals on Roku and many other great products.
Next game, Christmas Eve game. We used to have Christmas games. That don't happen much anymore. I haven't seen one in a while.
Well, Christmas is on a Sunday this year, if you'll remember, and Sunday is our blessed NFL.
Yep.
Not this year though. The NFL, the majority of the games next week for the NFL will be on Saturday, Christmas Eve, with only, I think, 2 or 3 on Sunday.
All right, so this game is going against the NFL games. This is a 8 p.m. kickoff, Christmas Eve, Easy Post, Hawaii Bowl, Middle Tennessee versus San Diego State.
I'm going to go San Diego State. All that they run like a kind of a pro-style offense, and I still like San Diego State. I think they're going to overpower Middle Tennessee, but Middle Tennessee's been one of the Jekyll and Hyde teams where they beat Miami, beat the crap out of them, but they didn't do nothing in their conference.
So yeah, you got Conference USA, Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders at 7-5 against the 7-5 Mountain West representative San Diego State Aztecs. A little closer traveling for San Diego State versus Middle Tennessee. Could be more Aztec fans on hand than Blue Raider fans. The line reflects San Diego State's a touchdown better. I like that. And I like the Aztecs in this game. I don't know if they cover, but I think they win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go San Diego State on this one as well. Again, Middle Tennessee State, they're middle of the road Conference USA team, and that is what it is.
Aztecs are way cooler than Blue Raiders. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. What is a Blue Raider?
I don't know, but I know
I remember the
Aztec
Blue Meanies from Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, it's something like that. I think everybody knows that the Blue Minis on Yellow Submarine sucked. They did.
Oh, they did. They sucked big time.
All right, next game, Quick Lane Bowl. The New Mexico State, what are they called? The Lobos?
Aggies.
Yes.
Aggies, sorry. Aggies, and right off a fresh ass whooping of Liberty just a few weeks ago. Taking on Bowling Green.
Boy, if this ain't a coin flip, I don't know what is. I'm gonna go.
And by the way, this is definitely a Tier 3 bowl.
Man, see, on Pick'em, I was sitting there like I don't know, because both these teams are bad. God, I guess I'm going to New Mexico State.
It's interesting. So the Quick Lane Bowl is on Monday, the 26th. It's Boxing Day for our friends north of the border.
And in England.
If you don't have anything
for all of our friends in England.
You don't have anything to do.
Happy Boxing Day to you, friend.
If you don't have anything to do at 2:30 in the afternoon, you can throw this Quick Lane Bowl on. So I always is it really a reward for a season to get sent to Detroit? So they're in Detroit at Ford Field. Bowling Green 6-6 MAC representative against independent 6-6 New Mexico State. Gabe's absolutely right. This is a coin flip game. I think the line is right now Bowling Green by a field goal. I also like New Mexico State in this one.
At least they actually score a point.
They have a little bit of an off. Bowling Green in their wins.
I looked on the matchup. I just looked at how many points New Mexico State scored versus Bowling Green, and I was like, at least they can score a will. That's just all I know.
Yeah, Bowling Green's offense is 107th in the country. Not good. And New Mexico State can score points. Mexico State's offense is not the greatest in the world, but lately they've been coming on, particularly
late in the year.
So I like that. And defensively, New Mexico State's good against the pass. So, I'll roll with the Aggies in this one. I probably won't be watching this game, but
no, I will personally find something better to do than watch this game in Detroit, Michigan, and during Christmas time.
I will tell you, out of all the airports in America, Detroit is probably
horrible.
It's probably one of my least favorite, but at the same time, it's a very fascinating place to me. If any of you are Stanley Kubrick fans and just are absolutely in love with Stanley Kubrick set designs, the Detroit airport is for you.
They have these random, they're not escalators, but these random little aisle where you can either walk right by it or you can get on a little escalator kind of thing.
Oh, I got on it, but at the same time, it just kind of adds to the whole chilling effect of just how cold and empty of a place that is.
Yes.
It really
is. I recall it's just really, really long.
Weird airport. I had a 6-hour layover from there when I was coming back from visiting a friend in Seattle.
So December 27th, that's a Tuesday, the Camellia Bowl. Georgia Southern versus the Buffalo Bulls.
This is the game right here. Now we're talking football.
Oh, we're excited.
Look, the Yellowhammer Bowl games are the most popular and shit on bowls. But you know what? Welcome to Alabama. Welcome to Yellowhammer State. We're good people. We ain't going to go to your game, but we're going to watch it.
The Camellia Bowl is, refresh my memory, it's in Montgomery.
Yeah. Put me down for Georgia Southern, though.
So, the Sun Belt representative Georgia Southern Eagles against the Buffalo Bulls of the MAC 6-6. I think Georgia Southern is 7-5. They're a 3.5-point favorite, and I like Georgia Southern in this game. It's closer. They're a little bit more athletic, talented team than Buffalo. Buffalo's needed that end of the year makeup game to get bowl eligible, and they just barely squeaked that one out. I like Georgia Southern in this one.
I don't see Buffalo fans traveling very well for this game.
No,
I really
no.
don't at all, not in any shape, form, or fashion.
If I'm home, I might go and I will send you pictures if I'm bored enough to go do it.
Gabe, you need to go live, Gabe.
Gabe is supposed to. He's supposed to do double duty that day. This game is at noon.
Well, I'm gonna have to have someone to go with me because I'm gonna have to get like shit face to go to do the double duty. But if I'm not at my mom's, if I'm back from my mom's house, I will go just to go to Montgomery. I'll probably go for about 30 minutes and then probably go to East Chase or something.
See, that's the problem, Gabe, is that I only go to Montgomery when I have to. That is the only reason that any Birmingham resident, unless they work in the capital down there, if they're involved in the politics.
I live in the suburbs of Montgomery, so if I want to go do something, actually like go to the mall or something, not the Montgomery Mall, East Chase, the outside mall, not the inside mall where you get shanked for looking at change.
So basically, you're in a roundabout way, kind of fishing for a ride. Do you need a ride to the game? Do you want me to call you Uber?
If I'll be home and I'm going to my mom's for Christmas, so I don't know if I'll be home or not.
Because you could do this game for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, get out of there at halftime, get up to Birmingham for Coastal Carolina and East Carolina.
I know, man.
I'll actually meet you for that one. I'm sure I could find some tickets for that.
All right, this is a good segue. Later in the day, the next game that Gabe is going to, December 27th, Tuesday. This is a 6:45 kick. This is the Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl.
The other
is that at Legion Field or is that at the new field?
I think it's the new field.
Oh,
Protective Stadium.
Yeah.
Coastal Carolina versus East Carolina.
There's no way they're gonna put them kids in a fucking shithole where they call Legion Field or they call Alabama's other field for about 30 years. And, where they cheated Auburn there all the time.
Tickets slightly more expensive, but still reasonable here. $35 will get you.
Oh, no, dude. I'm telling you, all you got to do is hang around the outside of the stadium, and as soon as they kick off, those tickets will plummet to 10.
Right.
Yeah. And if you can hold out the whole quarter, just sit there with your phone on with the game on. Just sit outside the stadium next to the scalper, and eventually he'll just give them to you. He'll throw them on the ground and just.
I mean, he's probably going to do that when the game kicks off anyway.
Say something real nasty to you when he storms off. Here, just take him, motherfucker. Just take him.
East Carolina.
There's probably going to be about 30 fans of this one. I give about 20 fans at Camellia Bowl, about 30. But the lower bowl may be halfway filled up.
I was going to say, I think East Carolina, Coastal Carolina, that's a nice little kind of rivalry battle between two states there, North Carolina.
And look, if 30,000 people show up in that stadium, it'll look a lot fuller and a lot more, lively than at Legion Field that holds almost 100,000 people.
On live, I'm going to ask my girlfriend if she wants to go to the Camellia Bowl, okay? Y'all going to witness man.
How long have you been dating her?
About a year.
Yeah. She should go. She's put up with you this long, then you should be able to at least drag her to the Camellia Bowl. The Birmingham Bowl, that's going to be a hard sell.
What are you doing December 27th?
December 27th?
Do you have to work that day?
Is that a school day? I can't remember. It is
Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll probably be at work.
It's on a Tuesday.
But I'll probably be working like literally right down the street from there.
Football game.
But it starts at 6:45.
It's in Montgomery.
Are you asking her? Or are you telling her? I mean, Gabe, who's the man in this? Who's the man in this relationship here?
Yeah. It's in Montgomery. It's incredible. We might get shot, but I got you.
Do you have a gun?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay, well then you're good.
I know my people. And look, everybody listening, it was a yes. She said yes.
All right.
I don't know why you were asking her. You should have told her like a man does.
No, he did.
Said, look,
He did
said,
right.
look
He
here,
did
woman.
good. Good for
No,
Gabe.
you gotta like play it off like, hey, what are you doing that day?
You know, you're not married. That's what I'm saying. You have to do this shit while you're not married, because once you get married, you forget about all that.
Exactly.
Yes, honey, I love you. Please don't be mad at me. Yeah, that's all. That's it. That's all you're ever going to say to each other.
You're like stop whooping my ass.
All right, so
No. We don't advocate that sort of thing on this show.
Nope.
No, we don't. No, we don't. I've already been to court for that.
okay, so I skipped the game in the middle of the day, and we're going to jump back to it. This is the middle. This is 3:15 kickoff. This is the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl. Memphis versus Utah State.
Well, first off, let's get something straight, because I haven't picked on the last two games. New Mexico State and on the late New Mexico State for the one
The quick lane bowl.
Yeah, the quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Middle Tennessee State. I haven't. That was Middle Tennessee State and help me guys.
San Diego State.
San Diego State. Yeah, I'm picking the Aztecs in that one. And then
Camellia Bowl, I want Georgia Southern, and the Birmingham Bowl, I want East Carolina.
Same. I like East Carolina. They're an 8-point favorite. Didn't Coastal just lose their head coach?
And Grayson McCall.
Yeah, and Grayson McCall. So yeah.
I'm gonna stand with the boys on this one. Okay. Because we're making an official record of this, and by God, I want to win something.
Whoop y'all's ass and pick them. You know,
just shut up.
Someone's got to beat. Y'all got to beat me at something. You know,
Doug, what's the next game?
Are we still talking about the Serve Pro First Responders Bowl?
Yes,
absolutely.
Oh yeah. Put me down for Memphis.
Shannon loves Memphis.
Memphis is okay. Memphis has a murder rate that is comparable to Birmingham's, so I feel at home when I'm in Memphis.
Yeah, but the Dracula's grave is in Memphis.
It's Elvis's house is just outside of there.
Memphis?
And Dracula's grave.
Dracula's not real.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
You ever seen Assisted Living Dracula?
Yeah, I did. That was pretty good.
What were you saying, Gabe?
Have you ever been to Memphis?
Oh yeah.
Madden.
I used to date a woman that lived in Germantown, which is the nice part of Memphis. And I don't wish
Shannon,
Memphis on anybody.
I have to meet you, and I have to hear your life story just one time. It has to be the most amazing story in the world.
It's first off, you're going to have to clear some time, because as Doug will tell you, I have a very long story.
Yep.
Your stories are fascinating.
They are, and they're all true, I'm afraid.
Memphis is 7-point favorite here. This game is in Dallas at SMU's campus stadium, Gerald J. Ford. Not to be confused with former President Gerald Ford. Different Gerald Ford. I like Memphis in this game on the turf in Dallas. A little too much speed for the Utah State Aggies. Another Aggie team.
I know.
All the Aggies that made the Bowls not named Texas A&M. I think Memphis gets it done here. I think they cover that 7, if not by more.
Yeah.
Quick question: Did Texas A&M were they able to get a bowl game this year?
Yes, the toilet bowl.
Yeah. Yes. The toilet bowl and the transfer portal bowl.
Yeah,
they lost about half their team.
Tough times for Jimbo.
Yeah, it is. I wanted to hear y'all remind me of that one more time, because I love to see Jimbo suffer.
I bet he's swimming in money right now. I wouldn't care.
Karma is a bitch, y'all. Can we go ahead and just agree on that right now?
Yeah, karma will get you.
When you come out swinging your balls around, you better have something to back it up. And he did. He had the number 1 recruiting class in the land coming into the season. Had a couple good recruiting classes. Has had more than enough years to attain some kind of success there. And this is what we get.
Has everybody picked on Memphis and Utah State?
Yeah.
I want Memphis in that one.
Hello, this is viral TikTok King and Justin Brindley. You're watching Smacking Off the Podcast with Doug and Shannon.
Support Smacking Off the podcast by patronizing our affiliates' products. Go to our website at smackology.42web.io and click the affiliates link. There you will find a host of great deals to stretch your dollar to its fullest.
Great products like Showtime, Shark Vacuums, Dish Network, Vidgo, Hulu, NFL Plus, and GameStop. The list goes on. Remember, smackology.42web.io and remember to click the affiliates link for these products and many more.
All right, so moving along. Another game for Tuesday, the 27th of December. This is a 10:15 kickoff, the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Wisconsin versus the Cowboys of Oklahoma State.
And this game is held where? Where is this bowl?
This is this game is another game held at a baseball stadium. It'll be at Chase Field, home of the Arizona Diamondbacks in Phoenix.
That means Wisconsin has to travel a little further than Oklahoma State.
Yes,
they do, but both teams are still outside of their home territory, though. So
Absolutely.
that's still a pretty neutral game as far as I'm concerned.
Oklahoma State lost Spencer Sanders, so keep that in mind. I'm going Badgers. I think they'll play keep away, and Wisconsin usually does good at bowl games. I don't know. Teams don't match up well versus their play style.
One relevant question.
Kentucky.
One question I have is Luke Fickell coaching Wisconsin in this game?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to find that myself.
I don't think so. I wouldn't think.
Let me look this up.
I don't know, guys. I'm thinking Oklahoma State in this one. I really am.
You taking the mullet? I love Mike Gundy.
Fickell will coach in this bowl game. Wow. Okay.
Oh, he is. Well, that changes things a little bit.
Yeah. So
just a little bit.
Yeah, that's
this is a playoff coach last year.
Wisconsin is favored by a field goal in this game.
So I guess
I'm flipping my vote on this one. If Fickell is coaching, then I like whiskey in this one.
Yeah, and Wisconsin is, to Gabe's point, they just seem to show up for these kind of non New Year's Six bowl game in these random odd end of December bowls that they end up in. They usually play their tail off. So give me the Badgers.
December 28th, Wednesday, this 2 p.m. kickoff, the Military Bowl, presented by Paraton. UCF versus Duke. Interesting game, by the way.
Gus Malzahn is horrible in ball games, and he's a horrible person. He's a horrible coach. He's just horrible at everything. I hope nothing but the worst. So give me Duke.
Auburn still owes him how much money? Have they paid him all his money yet? I can't remember.
Yeah, they paid him off.
Well, I mean, did they? They paid him all the way off? Because I still think they owe him a little bit of money.
Yeah, they paid him off.
I'm going to double check that because I think y'all are still paying him money.
Look, Gabe kicking the extra money. Shut the fuck up, Shannon.
No, Gabe didn't pick in no money. He got no money like that. He talking about working overtime for $50 an hour. He ain't got no Gus Malzahn money.
I pitched into our NIL, so we're good.
They're paid off, Shannon. Don't look into this.
The NIL is a much better investment.
I paid our players, okay?
Oh, man.
All right. Does everybody have a word on this UCF versus Duke game?
Gus Bus.
Gus Bus for Shannon.
Oh, you asshole, Shannon. I hate you.
So, let's see. AAC versus ACC here in Annapolis, Maryland, at the Naval Academy Stadium.
Shannon, I was going to buy you some beer, but fuck it now.
Don't, because I haven't had a drink in 7 years.
Duke is a field goal favorite. This is going to be a high-scoring game with the over-under at 62.5. Man.
Just Bus. Do it.
Give me the Golden Knights.
Oh my God, yo!
Power 6. Power 6.
The
No, they're
2017
big
national champions need a little love.
Oh, whoa. Back
freaking
up that. Back up that kind of talk now. I was having fun. I wasn't being mean.
I'm just kidding.
Why every time that I come on here, UCF just automatically comes to mind? It's
Why aren't you on the Gus Bus anymore, Gabe?
Because he's an asshole and he
Look, that's old man. That's old news, man. Hashtag old news. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. Come on over.
Still reaping the decisions of the.
Auburn's still paying him. I'm going to Google that here in a minute.
If we can afford a $17 million buyout, we can afford a $20 million buyout. No, it's going to hit us on the chin, but we're going to take it like a man. It's all about we're all about Dr. Freeze now. 4 flips in one day.
Auburn's going to which bowl? Which bowl is Hugh Freeze going to be coaching Auburn in? I can't remember.
The Flip Your Recruit bowl.
Y'all going to be playing Texas A&M
Flipping Burgers
right?
Bowl.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we're in the dog shit bowl, but we'll get out of there.
Okay, so later in the day, we've got December 28th, Wednesday. This is a 5:30 kick. This is the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. We've got Kansas versus Arkansas. I've been waiting to pronounce it that way.
I knew you were going to do that.
This is the most interesting matchup of the year. And, man, I got to go with Arkansas. I love Kansas. I got a Kansas T-shirt. I jumped on the bandwagon, and then I quickly hopped off when they got on my 5-game losing streak.
I love Kansas, too. You ever heard Dustin to win?
Kerry Livgren is an amazing guitarist.
Yeah, who's the violin player? That's the cool one.
That might have been Kerry Livgren too. Kerry Livgren was quite the multi-instrumentalist. Released a bunch of instrumental albums in the 90s on the Christian label, Sparrow.
Oh, okay.
And some good stuff too, man. I mean, really, really, really good music.
All right, so Kansas, Arkansas.
I'm going to Arkansas. I think Kansas just doesn't have size, and that's what come to bit them when they were on that 5-game losing streak. It caught up to them until they played Oklahoma State, who has a similar stature. And
any girl will tell you size matters.
Yeah, it does. But I'm going to have to go with Arkansas size here. I don't want Arkansas to win, and I hope I'm wrong right here. But I want to see Kansas do well. Go Jayhawks. So put me down for Big Silly.
Sam Pittman.
Anybody else got any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I don't think unfortunately the carry on your wayward Jayhawks not going to happen. I think Sam Pittman and Arkansas a little too battle tested. Both teams are 6-6. And Kansas after that electrifying start really cooled off the second half. Arkansas a little up and down, hit or miss. But they played a very challenging schedule. It's not the toughest schedule in the country. I think Sam Pittman will have the pig suey ready to go, and they get the W there in Memphis.
Carry on my wayward son, Shannon.
We're going to go with Arkansas on this one. Again, Pittman, I'm not going to say the flames are rising around his seat by any means. The Arkansas faithful is still high on Pittman, but they ain't going to wait around too long. 6-6 is not where the Arkansas faithful wants to be.
Yeah, but it's a hell of a lot better than where they were. Still.
This is true. This is very true.
Yeah, I think they just need to. The other thing that killed them, that's been killing Arkansas lately, is they're not only are they playing in one of if not the toughest division in the country, but then you're adding usually very difficult non-conference slate to their schedule. That hasn't helped.
They also got bit with the injury bug pretty good. KJ Jefferson was in and out, and But when he will come back, though, my God, they were a freaking force. And he will be playing for the Hogs against Kansas, and which is why I am picking.
Yep, that's
the.
And Arkansas is favored right now by 3.5. As
I would take that. I see Arkansas winning by more than that. If not, probably by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think by 10. I like them by 10.
Okay, so we're only halfway through this bowl day, December 28th, Wednesday. This is an 8 p.m. kick. The San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl. We've got the Oregon Ducks versus the UNC Tar Heels.
It's going to be an exciting game.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is Bo Nix's last game, is it not?
I thought he was coming back.
Is he coming back? He's not going to go in the 4th round of the NFL draft?
I don't think his
back.
draft. Yeah, I think he's coming back.
He's coming back.
Yeah, I don't think his draft grade was good enough.
No. 4th round would probably be his very, very best expectation.
Yeah, he's going to return. Gabe is right. We'll return for 2023 season with. That's probably the smart move too.
5th year.
Let's see. Oregon is favored by 14 points. Oregon's favored by in this game.
Yeah, that's probably be nice.
That is interesting. They do not respect the Tar Heels very much.
Well, I mean, they got to travel pretty far, and and Oregon's pretty good, and there's that. So
9-3 Oregon against 9-4 North Carolina. This game, another game played in a baseball stadium, Petco Park, 40,200 in San Diego. They play on grass out there. Little Pac-12 after dark on a Wednesday night. I like Bo Nix in Oregon in this game. I think they get
Joe Walton be having an orgasm about the Pac-12. Oh, the conference champions, man. That's all I heard during the Auburn game. Oh, man, the conference champions. Oh, yeah. We're so awesome. Let me eat another cookie, man.
Give me Oregon in this one. I think they take care of business. I don't know if they cover or not, but should be a high-scoring game, and I like the Ducks.
You got Oregon, Shannon?
Yeah, Bo picks. He's doing it. He's going to make it happen.
Gabe?
Oregon.
Hi, this is Kyle Golick, and I'm standing in the middle of SEC country over here, Big Ten country here. Where do I stand? SEC, Big Ten, SEC, Big Ten. You're listening to the Smacking Off the podcast.
You can now tag team our affiliate retail deals with Overstock, Walmart, and Best Buy.
Find our affiliate links at smackology.42web.io and click affiliates at the top of the page.
All right. This day is still not over. We've got a 9 p.m. kick on Wednesday, December 28th, and this is the tax.
In the morning or the evening?
9 in the evening. We
I'll
have
be in bed by then.
the Tax Texas Bowl, Texas Tech versus Ole Miss. Interesting game.
Oh, this is a great matchup.
Yeah, this is really marquee wise. This is the best one I've seen so far, in my opinion.
Yep. 7-5 Texas Tech out of the Big 12. 8-4 Ole Miss out of the SEC. Game is at Energy Stadium in Houston, home of the Texans. Right now, Ole Miss is a field goal favorite. Ole Miss started the season hot, but lost 3 of their last 4.
Yeah.
Lane had a lot of things he was thinking about then, and now his mind is right. That contract got signed, and we can take care of business. Give me Ole Miss in this one. Lane train keeps rolling.
Lane, he's waiting for Nick Saban to get out of there, and that will be our next coach.
Well, but he's going to have to win some games to get there, though, to keep in consideration, because I can guarantee you he's very high on their list. If Nick were to, God forbid, were to go the same route that Mike Leach went and were to pass unexpectedly, I would expect, just about, almost damn near expect, he would be the first call that they made.
Yeah.
Right now, if it were to happen right this second, they would be that would be the first call they made. Just to see. I know you signed that contract, but
hey, what's up? The Euroside beef.
Here's why I like Ole Miss in this game. Ole Miss is a top 10 rushing attack in the country. Texas Tech is 90th against the run. So I don't like when it's that lopsided in one favor. And running the football always travels well. So give me the Rebels in this one.
Yeah. I love Judkins, man. He is a freaking. It was
one of the best freshman running backs in the country this year. Absolutely a blast to watch him run the rock.
Okay, so y'all are all taking the Rebels.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Texas Tech does it though.
If it's close at the end, though, watch out because Texas Tech has a very good kicker who can really hit them from long range. So, this game is a 3-point game, so that'd be my only concern. But again, I love a team that can dominate the line of scrimmage, which Ole Miss can. Great tailback. Assuming Lane can, doesn't get in his own way. He loves to throw the ball. We've seen that. But, I just think if they stick to the game plan of running the football, they'll walk out of there with a victory.
All right, so moving on to the last day. This is December 29th, Thursday. This is a 2 p.m. kick. The Bad Boys Mower Pinstripe Bowl, Syracuse versus Minnesota.
I love some Bad Boy Mowers, man. They are some bad boys.
I've never seen a Bad Boy Mower.
They're orange, man, and they got like Kentucky's secondary logo. They look at the Wildcat one, like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
that sounds kind of gay.
This is an interesting game.
Jeez.
Syracuse looked really good at one point until Notre Dame took them apart.
Oh man, row that damn boat. They are going to run it down Syracuse's throat, and there's nothing they can do about it. Syracuse is overrated from the jump. Not very good, and they will continue to not be very good. And Minnesota is going to beat them by like they stole something.
Minnesota's got to travel a little bit. Syracuse barely has to travel here.
Yep.
I just want everybody to bear that in mind.
Yeah, so ACC against Big Ten matchup here in this bowl game. Pinstripe Bowl, another game in a baseball stadium, Yankee Stadium, 54,000 grass in the Bronx. 8-4 Minnesota against 7-5 Syracuse. Minnesota just re-inked PJ Fleck to a nice, healthy extension. They didn't lose a lot of guys to the portal. I don't know what they've gained in the portal thus far, but it seems like there's a lot of stability with the Gopher program. I think if Dino Babers wins this bowl game, I think he gets off the hot seat a little bit. It is Syracuse. They had a lot of losses from the COVID whole thing. They're still kind of recovering from that. The line in this game right now, as we look at
Minnesota by 7.
Yeah, Minnesota's a 7.5, depending on which book you like. And I expect a low-scoring affair of 42. Syracuse did defeat the Big Ten West Division champion Purdue. And Purdue defeated Minnesota, if memory serves. But I don't know. Syracuse just sort of fell off. I'll take Minnesota. I'll go with the Gophers. Call it a field goal.
But Purdue played right into Syracuse's hands because, they throw the ball 100 times a game because they have absolutely no running game. And Minnesota, they are just so dominant with that front they got. And they got is Ibram, is he going to play or is he opting out?
That's
going to be the big question. If he doesn't play Syracuse, they may can pull it off.
Madden, you got an opinion on this?
I like Minnesota as well.
All right, game two of December 29th, Thursday. This is the Cheez-It Bowl, and I think this is the best fucking marquee of the whole day. Well, this one and the next one. Both of them.
Tim's going to have an aneurysm after Florida State beats Oklahoma by 1,000,000.
All right, so you gave it away. The Cheez-It Bowl, Oklahoma versus Florida State.
Gabe isn't one for building up the drama, if you haven't noticed. He likes to go.
No. I like to hurt your feelings real fast.
He goes right in there with a sledgehammer.
Tim's going to be tight, you know, like he does on the
no kisses, no back rub, no lube or anything. Just runs it straight on in.
Yes, I love it.
Florida State is an 8-point favorite over Oklahoma.
It needs to be going to be about 14. That's what it needs to be.
Over under 66.
Brent Venables is not going to work out Oklahoma at all. It's already obvious, and we're going to see a sneak peek for next year. Timmy,
you know what? I'm not picking on any of these games, but I'm going to throw this out there. Oklahoma is going to score some points in this game, and this game is going to be tight, and they may win this fucking game. I'm not taking up for Tim. I just got a feeling.
I do think this game will be closer than what people expect, simply because Venables doesn't want to have a losing season in Norman. I think it's been a long time since they've been under 500. But it's a huge game for Norvell as well to get Florida State 10 wins. They haven't been there.
Think about this. All right, they're up 21-0 versus Oklahoma State. They got Oklahoma State in the ropes. They don't score another fucking point.
They didn't need another point.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Sean. Florida State hasn't won 10 wins since Jimbo, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I think that's.
Yes. Oh.
I love Jordan Trey. He is, you know, all jokes aside, like he's a good quarterback, and he's coming up for next year.
Yeah, I like Florida State to win the game here.
I like Florida State's offense more than I like Oklahoma picking and choosing when they want to actually do the form tackle.
Oklahoma does lead this series 6-2, though, all time. So this would be a nice way for Florida State to get some.
Put me down for 6-3. I think FSU takes care of business in this one. Oklahoma and Venables has just not been a great fit this year. Sorry.
No, Venables doesn't fit what they're doing. Although, you know, he is recruiting decently well.
All right, last bowl, December 29th, Thursday. This is a 9 p.m. kick. The Valero Alamo Bowl, Texas versus Washington.
This is the matchup that we need right here. This is it.
These are definitely.
This is what I'm talking about. I love this matchup. You know, y'all can draw over the Oklahoma, Florida State, Roll Knowles.
It's a better marquee, maybe, but no, these are two good teams for sure.
Man, Washington, you know, they have been an underrated football team this year. I love Michael love Michael Penis. That's what I call him, Michael Penix.
I have a question, Gabe. What does Washington got to do to get Tiggy back on the bandwagon?
Tiggy, he is a, you know, it's like that commercial that the Sega's guy, the most interesting man in the world. Tiggy's an interesting character.
He definitely is.
Did you ever find the video of him eating the shit?
Yes.
Okay,
it was a porn video. There was no video, but it was sound.
How did you find that?
If Washington won,
he posted it,
and he's not back on the bandwagon. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Yep. Okay, so we'll challenge him here.
Because like USC, Lincoln Riley, he's a good coach. Don't get me wrong, but he chokes a lot, and
that's part of coaching at Oklahoma. I think that does that to you.
Yeah, you know, he you know, he did good. He goes like that a lot. I don't know if he just likes dick or he just likes choking himself at night.
So, Gabe, you're definitely going with the Huskies here.
Man, I want to, but man, I just that size thing for me.
Yep.
I'm a former offensive lineman, tight end. You know, size to me matters.
Right.
Man, I like Texas. I'm about to pick one.
Well, if size matters so much, you're probably not a tight end. Not anymore.
No. I've gained a couple pounds.
Yeah.
Up
in your puppet hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff slap full of meat.
I'm more of an offensive guard now than I am a tight end. Yeah, I'm about to.
We're having two different conversations here, Gabe. I really, really honestly believe that.
Okay, so Gabe is going with Texas because they're in Texas still, and they're bigger than them fucking Huskies.
Yeah, we got to light them horns. I know what you're trying to go with, Shannon. I'm not buying into what you're selling. I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not selling it. I mean, if it's free. It's free all day long.
I bet it is. I bet it's been in some dark places too.
You don't know that. You don't know nothing, Johnson.
How do y'all feel about this game?
Sark.
Man, you know.
All right, that's 2 for Texas.
Big 12, Pac-12, 8-4 Texas, 10-2 Washington. Texas, without their dynamic duo in the backfield, is Bijan Robinson and Roshan Johnson.
Are they opting out?
Opted out of this bowl game.
Oh yeah!
Oh shit!
Give me the Huskies.
So it's on the shoulders of one Quinn Ewers to win this game, but it's veritably basically a Texas home game in the Alamo Dome. Not a far drive from the 40 acres in Austin.
I still like Texas in this one. I still like Texas in this game.
Long flight for Washington, but Washington got a chance to go 11-2.
They got a defense though. Washington has a good defense. Don't let them fool you.
This is tough. I'm gonna roll with the Huskies in this one.
Yeah, I like the Huskies. No Bijan Robinson to kind of
take the pressure off Ewers.
Yeah. Take the pressure off the young freshman.
I am sticking with Texas in this one. Sark's gonna pull through.
All right, guys. So next time we talk, it'll definitely be better fucking bowl games than tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
It damn well better be.
We're gonna have the championship too next week, won't we?
Yeah, it's coming. It's all coming. It's all coming down the pipe.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming down the pipe.
Yep.
Says one Shannon knows about the pipe.
Well, Shannon's a plumber, so.
Yeah, I do. I'm a certified. I'm a state certified master plumber. I know everything about the pipe.
Boom.
He lays pipe all over the place.
All over the place.
Later, guys.
Later.
All right, see y'all.
All right, I'll see y'all.
Here's 6 things that you can do to help support this podcast. Like, share and comment on our videos. Buy our merchandise. Use our affiliate web links to buy great products and services from our affiliates. And tell others about our podcast.